civil rights groups, the Southern Poverty Law Center, now facing criminal charges federally, accused of secretly funneling millions of dollars to the very groups that it says it opposes. Here's Acting Attorney General Todd Blanche.
As the indictment lays out, after SPLC paid members of these extremist groups, it created work product that reported on these activities that the members participated in or contributed to. And to that end, it was doing the exact opposite of what it's told its donors it was doing. Not dismantling extremism, but funding it.
And David Spunt is joining us live from Washington with more on this. David, this was quite the announcement yesterday.
Bill, it really was. The allegations are from 2014 to 2023 and are plentiful. The 14-page indictment filed in Alabama, where Southern Poverty Law Center is based, singles out the organization, not specific people. The Southern Poverty Law Center began 55 years ago focusing on racial equality via legal services and other advocacy in the South. The indictment alleges that the organization, using donor money, paid leaders of the Ku Klux Klan and other hate groups.
They used the fraudulently raised money by lying to their donor network, thousands of Americans, to go ahead and actually pay the leadership of these supposed violent extremist groups.
The indictment charges the center with bank and wire fraud. DOJ says the group created bank accounts for fictitious organizations, passed money from the SPLC to sham accounts, then prepaid cards. The government says this was used to shield funds. For example, DOJ says the center paid an informant to help start this Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville, Virginia in 2017, where chaos ensued. A woman named Heather Heyer tragically was killed. That informant was paid $270,000 over 8 years in secret, according to the DOJ. The SPLC yesterday in a statement said the use of informants was necessary because we're no stranger to threats of violence. In 1983, our offices were firebombed, and in the years since, there have been countless credible threats against our staff. For decades, we engaged in unprecedented litigation to dismantle the Klan and other hate groups. In light of that work, we sought to...
You know, what I'm wondering, though, is that a couple of things I'm wondering about this whole thing. I think that I said this a while back that the ACLU was the most dangerous organization in the country. Most of the crap that's going on wrong in this country is caused by these lawyers that work for Southern Poverty Center and also the ACLU. So what I'm wondering is that shouldn't they be able to be charged with some type of accessory to a murder? If you're funding the people and paying them to go out and do fake hate in the country, seems to me if something happens, you should be responsible for that too. But you know what this actually tells me more than anything? What this actually tells me is that they keep saying how racist this country is. If the country's so damn racist, why do we keep seeing the Jesse Smolets and the Bubba fella who said was a noose in his garage? If the country is really racist, you don't have to manufacture racism. And you know what one of the main problems is with the country? It ain't a lack of, I hear everybody still talking about white guilty liberals, the back to Africa Negroes, always talking about reparations. But here's the problem. First of all, we don't know who in the hell had slaves. Just because you're black don't mean you had slaves. And just because you're white don't mean you own slaves. But if you go to Atlanta, Atlanta has more blacks running things in Atlanta. Mayors, city councils. I mean, every board you almost can name, they're there. It ought to be running like a well-oiled machine. But why is it not? See, the way that these law firms like this works is that they conjure up false narrative, fake hate. I bet you over the years they paid people like Al Sharpton. I know they paid people to go out and protest. The Southern Poverty Law Center should have been investigated a long time ago. I saw what Chuck Schumer is saying he's weaponizing the government. You broke the damn law. What the hell is you talking about? 6 counts of wire fraud. They defrauded their donors by soliciting contributions under false pretense. Of course they did. 4 counts of false statements to a federally insured bank. 1 count of conspiracy to commit concealment money laundering. Anything you know, and I bet you any kind of money. Just think about this. These are the people who's always talking about These are the white liberals that are lawyers who's always talking about hate and racism all the damn time. If we can get rid of most of these filthy lawyers, I think a lot of this can go away, because the reason we have the whole Roe versus Wade, the reason we had this anchor baby argument is because the filthy lawyers. Not all lawyers are bad, but there's too many of them, and most politicians are lawyers. And here we have it. They got caught with their hand in the damn cookie jar. They can prove that they gave at least $3 million in donation and the funds to at least 8 individuals associated with violent extremist groups. Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nations, National Socialist Party of America. That's just some of them. But here's the point I have. Isn't it funny how the left-wing media is silent on this particular story? They don't want to talk about it. They always talking about race, fake racism. But whenever a real racist case comes up, they're dead silent. I want them to talk about it. I mean, here you have a law organization, an activist group, paying the Klan, the Aryan Nation, and all these racist organizations, and the media won't even touch it. Every time they talk about somebody who's supporting Donald Trump, is always right-wing extremists, it's always racist and hate, Nazis and everything else. And when they get to this law firm, this activist law firm is actually paying. Let's quit calling it an activist group, freaking law firm that we have allowed them to cheat the law and cheat the system. And here they are paying the very people they're supposed to be fighting against. The reason that most the times that you can't fix the country is too much damn corruption. Too many people got their hands in the cookie jar. Too many people are taking bribes. There's too many perverts, child molester, deviants who can't keep their penis in their pants, or they can't keep their vagina locked up. You got all this stuff going on. At the same time, they're telling you, we need to make you pay your fair share. Well, you SOBs wouldn't need nobody to pay more money if you stop all the fraud going on. Because we have a case with these hospice in LA. Nobody's went to jail. All they did was close them down. That ain't good enough for me. It's not good enough to close the people. If you let me steal $500 million for you need something to close you down, I don't care. I got my $500 million. How is it possible for you to let people steal $500 million and nobody gets charged with a crime yet? I saw that they're supposed to indicted a couple of people, but that just ain't good enough for me. I want to play a clip of this is the I want to deal with some of the hospitals. We're gonna get back to this this corruption, the people who's playing the Klan members. Democrats are always talking about racism. These people are paying the Klan members and they're not saying a mumbling word. Proves the point that they never give a damn about the people they say they love so much. Here is you see, okay, I'm gonna play which one I want to play first? I'm gonna play this one first. This is the hospice getting busted.
Camera footage first obtained by CBS News shows California Department of Justice officers raiding 10 homes and offices in a crackdown of suspected hospice fraud. State Attorney General Rob Bonta says they've charged 21 suspects.
What will address fraud is us doing the hard work, heads down, sleeves rolled up, doing the investigation, doing the arrests, doing the prosecutions.
Here's how Bonta describes the alleged scheme. The suspects purchased personal information from the dark web, used it to enroll in California's state-run Medicaid program, then used 14 hospice companies to bill the government for this phantom care. All of it coming from taxpayers.
There were no actual services, no hospice centers.
For months, CBS News has been uncovering signs of potential hospice fraud. We found one doctor's name on claims from 126 hospices. He wouldn't speak with us. Medicare chief Dr. Mehmet Oz announced on social media they revoked that doctor's ability to bill the system.
See, this is what I'm talking about. People don't understand this. So they're going to stop the doctor who's already stole a bunch of money from doing it, but he's not going to jail. I don't know how that helps anything. China just hit us up, said truth. I appreciate that, boycott China. But think about this. So we caught you stealing. How many people boycott China? Miss Clever, State, all back. If we let y'all steal 500 million, we just said, don't you do it anymore. Would you be good with that? Because if you're going to let me steal 500 million and all you're going to tell me is not to do it anymore, I'm going to steal 500 million then. I don't understand how nobody's going to jail. We just said, don't you do that anymore. You've been a very, very bad boy.
It's become a political flashpoint, with Democrats and Republicans trading blame, even as state and federal officials try to work together.
It is a challenging time between some states like California and our federal partners. We remain committed to partnership.
CBS News has learned those officials are now working through 300 open investigations in California.
See, this is what I'm talking about. Now, this is RFK Jr. talking about it. Now I got Dr. Oz talking about it. I think I got a lady too. I forgot her name. I'm gonna let this guy go first. I'm gonna let RFK Jr. go first.
Shut down 500 hospices in Los Angeles, and incidentally, we haven't had one call from Congress or anybody else about complaining, because clearly these were fraudulent. A lot of these places, you'd say they'd have, they were just invented addresses. They would obtain patient identification, or they would pay people. They were going and giving people in poor neighborhoods flat screen televisions, $600, and then they would enlist them and enroll them in the hospice, and we were paying them $6,000.
Just think about that. So what they were doing is going to poor neighborhoods, giving them big screen TVs so they can milk the government out of damn money. And once they cut off the money, they never called and said, why did you cut our money off? Because the whole damn thing was fraudulent in the first damn place. That's why they didn't call, and that's why you cut the damn fake money off. And here's a Dr. Oz saying the exact same thing.
Response to Democrats arguing that this rooting out of fraud, that it's cutting Medicaid services. What is your response to that?
None at all. They know it's manufactured. That's why when they say this sort of, like sheepishly mention the possibility that you might once in a while hurt someone that's innocent. I argue that if you take a child with autism and you give them the services they need, you're doing a great service. It's the right thing to do. We're great people. We'll always help folks in need. But if every mother is pretending, because they're getting paid, that the children in the neighborhood have autism, which is bad for those kids, by the way.
And you're seeing that.
And we're seeing that in Minnesota. You take a budget from $3 million to $400 million. You do that by creating programs and manufacturing services that aren't supposed to be used. But what you're doing is you're hurting the child who really has autism because they can't get access to services, and you're corrupting the entire system. We're seeing the same thing in California with hospice, where you have 1/3 of all the hospices, Katie, in the entire country are in Los Angeles, not California, just LA. I mean, how many people are dying there?
Yeah.
Right? So you obviously have allowed
a little bit of a red flag.
And I'll make this announcement on your show. We have stopped payments to 450 hospices in California. Guess what? Not one has called us asking to reinstitute them.
Wow.
They may change their minds over time, but in 10 weeks, we've shut down 450 payment systems to these guys. That's representing at least $600, $700 million just this year, and no one's complaining.
See, now, it's good they shut them down, but here's the problem I have still. I don't know if people just be missing the big picture, but you remember when they had Doge going on? When Doge was going on, they started threatening to kill Elon Musk because he was exposing the fraud. Until we start locking up the people who's stealing our effing money, we can talk until we blue in the face. It's not going to do any damn good. They steal the money. They donate, they let their friends and family, everybody getting paid. Foreign countries are getting paid. Illegals are getting paid. And they'll run up you with a magnifying glass. You go bust your behind and work every damn day. I mean, how insane does this even sound? So you caught them with their hand in the cookie jar. You call them stealing. If you don't report on your own taxes, they'll lock you up for that. But the bastards who stole your money that was never the money that they earned, we won't lock them up. Just think about how warped the system is. The system is so warped that if you don't file something right on your taxes, you can go to jail. But even though you did earn the money, you didn't report something, even though you did earn the money. They didn't earn the damn money. They stole the damn money, fraudulently obtained the money, and nobody going to jail. No one is going to jail. And the latest on Omar, speaking of hospice, we gonna deal with some more about the the Southern Law Center. But you remember when they were saying that the winery for Omar and her husband, they had filed and said was worth $30 million. 9 days ago, after she saw that she was exposed, she went and changed the paperwork and they let her do it. Republicans are so effing weak. I'm serious. You don't even understand how much I hate weak men. All they do is get on TV and talk what they gonna do. Democrats get in there, lock y'all up. The woman flat out lied on her tax return, her disclosure. We caught her doing it. Are they gonna do anything about it? Absolutely not. The California winery, her LLC, they dissolved it just 9 days after she scrubbed the millions from her financial disclosure. Because they was probably using it to get some more money. It's worth this. Her husband should be investigated. So it was worth $30 million. Once you found out we caught you with your hand in the cookie jar, oh, it's just worth maybe $100,000. And if you did that, they'll lock you up. Went from 30 million to almost nothing overnight. All she did was change the paperwork that says no problem. Try that with the IRS. Oh, I made a mistake. No problem. Let me change the paperwork. Don't bother me, IRS. But we let her get away with it. Remember when that woman was chasing her down the hall, asking her questions about the 30 million? She said full disclosure. And after she got caught saying it's worth that, well, how'd you get that much money? Oh, it's not really worth. There's a mistake. Only after she got caught with her hand in the damn cookie jar. This is that woman who was asking Omar. She becomes so cocky. You know why she's cocky? Because nobody's going to do a damn thing to her. That's why.
Omar, you were just talking about how Trump's economy has failed the American people, but I think the American people really want to know how you went from a negative 65,000 before coming into Congress to over $30 million in just 7 years.
My disclosure is public now.
Yeah, it is. And so a lot of people now are looking into that and finding S. Crew Winery, a winery that doesn't actually seem to exist. Is that a real winery, or?
Do you all actually look at and read things, or do you just ask silly questions?
Well, it's listed in the financial disclosure, so can you explain it? Because we have a lot of questions about it, and things just aren't adding up. There's no real phone number. There's no real location.
Why did you want to buy some wine?
Probably not from you, to be honest. Recently stated that the American people should be afraid of the white man. They should be fearful of the white man.
She said she should be fearful of a white man, but she married one. These people are such hypocrites.
I never said that.
Yeah, you're on video saying it.
Our country should be more fearful of white men across our country, because they are actually causing most of the deaths within this country.
No, I did not. Yes, you.
Again, this is like what I said. You need to prepare yourself, because you can't continue embarrassing yourself like this.
So I'm just a liar.
What I was quoting was an actual study done by the FBI.
Okay, thank you.
Prepare.
She was not quoting a study. You know what makes me mad, though, more than anything? What makes me so damn mad is that the Republicans are so freaking weak. I mean, nobody goes to jail. I wouldn't be surprised if nobody goes to jail for this Southern poverty law. I wouldn't even be surprised nobody goes to jail for that, even though you caught them paying the Klan member. If somebody in Donald Trump's administration had paid the Klan member, automatically. You know what? Also, I wonder. Speaking of the Southern Poverty Law Center, I got another question. Since they're paying all this money to the Klan and everybody else, is it possible that the Southern Poverty Law Center may have paid some of these YouTubers, some of these so-called influencers? Because we saw where they paid some Democrat what's her name down there in Michigan? We saw where she was paid. Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson, who did all the voter fraud. If I'm not mistaken, she's on their board. They're paying hate groups. She's on the board of a company that's paying hate group, and she's the one got caught with all the voter fraud in Michigan. She's still in office, still ain't went to jail. And people want me to be nice with these people. I just saw some Democrat, I think he was in Georgia somewhere, he just died, he's 80. That's the only way you get them out of office if they die. I saw the Republicans posted thoughts and prayers. Not me. Not me. Because these people have been done evil. I just don't understand the mindset. I want you to understand what you're asking people to do. So you lie, cheat, and you fund the people who wants to kill us. You bring illegals over who wants to kill us. You protect child molesters. You send money to every foreign entity you can name. You steal the money. Your people steal the money. And then when you die, I'm supposed to weep. How does that even sound? I don't know how people be fixing their mouth to tell somebody to pray because they dead. I'm glad they dead. What the hell is you talking about? Only way we can stop the SOBs from doing wrong if they die. They never stop. Sheila Jackson Lee will be still doing stuff if she was alive. Dick Cheney will be still antagonizing people. Herbert Bush would be still doing it. The only way you stop them from doing it, they got to die. Dianne Feinstein, they rolled her in a wheelchair. The only way they stop doing something is when the bastards die. Hell no, I don't feel sorry for them. And you may don't come here with none of that. Well, it don't sound very Christian. It don't sound very Christian to them to be letting child molesters get away and trying to let criminals out of jail so they can kill you. So please stop it. Don't even go there with me. I be having no patience with people telling me stuff like that. So the people who tried to kill us, the people who fund the people who want to kill us, the people who rip us off and steal and let kids be molested, you want me to pray because they died. It's too late for that now. They already got their eternal rest, or not so rest most of the time. So I'm supposed to feel sorry. Dirty Harry Reid, the only reason he ain't still causing chaos because the bastard's dead. Only way you stop them is if they die. We should be praying. We should have a prayer visual saying, Lord, please take them out. Lord, please. If your justice can be done, Lord, that's the only way it's going to be done. He got to kill them. Let the Lord take them out. If he takes them out, I'm okay with that. I'm not mourning over damn filthy liberal who's been destroying the country, who's been protecting criminals and child molesters. And when they die, I'm supposed to all of a sudden say, oh, they're a wonderful person now. Just if you was trash when you was alive, damn it, you trash when you die. Hell, you think I'm supposed to be now? I'm supposed to be feeling sorry because you dead. I'm glad you dead, you piece of trash. You be loving when they die, celebrate it when they die. I don't care who likes it. I ain't trying to be your friend about that. Not gonna do it. And little liberals used to tell me right there, well, when you die, people gonna do the same thing. I'm dead. I don't care. Hell is you talking about, fool? What difference does that make to me? I'm dead. I can't hear you. That's stupid. Well, I tell you what, when you die, I'm not one of them. I'm different. And when it comes to all that stuff, I'm not hearing none of that. These people do whatever the hell they want to. They steal all the time. All they do is commit criminal acts day in and day out. And when they die, we're supposed to say, I feel so sorry that they're dead. Hell no, not me. I ain't never said over any piece of trash who's been trying to destroy the country the whole time they've been in office. I want to start having prayer visual. Let the Lord take my Lord, thy will be done, Lord. Please, Lord, take it out. Let it be done on earth as it is in heaven. That's right, our daily prayer. Let's pray it. Y'all think I'm playing, but I be asking the Lord to take them out for real. Y'all think I'm playing, but I'm serious as a heart attack. I don't remember when David killed Goliath, when Joshua came through and killed a bunch of those people over there in Jericho. I don't remember nobody saying, let's say a prayer for them. Let's know who we are. Now, I don't remember. Matter of fact, when Ananias and Sapphira dropped over and died in Acts chapter 5 right there, I don't remember even the apostles saying, let's pray for them. They was lying to us. No, they said, go bury them. But now you want to get super biblical when you biblically illiterate telling me I'm supposed to pray for this devil. Not going to do that. It's not going to happen. It's never going to happen. The Bible said, pray for your enemies. He also said right there, hate evil. I hate it. They up here financing so they can do fake racism, paying the Klan members. I mean, they playing all these hate groups to go make phony hate crime. Somebody actually died in Charlotte. Did anybody go to jail for that? Because if they're paying it, aren't they accessory to the crime? Just watch. If Mitch McConnell or who else is on their deathbed right now? Joe Biden, if one of them died, I mark my word, bunch of these damn conservatives gonna start saying, see, the liberals, when they hate you, when you die, Charlie Kirk got killed, what they do? They make fun of him. Ronald Reagan died, they make fun of him. Rush Limbaugh died, they make fun of him. They said that's not who we are. That's not who you are. That's who I am, damn it. That's who I am. You can speak for yourself. You may be French, but that's we nothing. That's who I am for sure. I'm Old Testament when it comes to that. Eye for an eye and a tooth for a tooth. You've been causing chaos. You think Jesus is pleased that these people are allowing children to be harmed? I think he had a problem with people harming children. They harm children. They take advantage of the elderly. Speaking of healthcare system, I saw where I can't remember the name. I think I know I got that clip on my phone. I didn't have it on this computer. She was saying how great the healthcare system is in Cuba. And I saw where they're making it easy to kill you in Canada. In Canada, they're making it easy for people. They said, if we can't afford you to keep living, you need to die. Unbelievable, man. So I'm just wondering, I wanted to go after the ACLU next because they even worse than the Southern Poverty Law Center. ACLU is notorious. That's who probably be paying these NGOs and all this right here. They be using all kind of fake accounts. Oh, speaking of that, I forgot to bring it up. I forgot to open it. Another UFO researcher has just died. Here he is right here. His name is David. Let me see.
The day that I have on earth is a gift and a blessing, and I'm very grateful for that because, frankly, people are disappearing. Scientists are going missing. Now they're saying they're going to investigate this. The president himself is saying they're going to look into this and see if anything's going on. It's a little bit scary. I got to say, it's a little bit scary, but you guys knew that I might still show up even though it was last minute and I've had a really rough week. Like, that's kind of like every week, but somehow we keep on making it through all of this.
Did you see that? Now, he made that video, they said a couple of days. Guess what he's in there? They say he committed suicide after that. I'm going to tell you something. I don't know what's going on in the Trump administration when it comes to this, but somebody needs to get to the bottom of that, not these fake investigations. So he just died after he made this video. And let me see, I think I got another story on him. He was one of the top researchers for UFOs. Now, let me see if that's the one.
One of the...
Oh, yeah, I want you to look at this. Now, this particular video is I don't know if you agree with everything this guy's saying, but I'm going to tell you something was funny on this video that I watched. I saw it when it happened, but I just looked at it again. Eric Trump is standing there. His wife is behind him. Now, some people say, that sign they be doing like this. He started, for all of the clear blue sky, his wife shakes him and tells him to put his hand down. He's a grown freaking man. I thought this was very odd right here. Watch this right here.
One of the things that I learned from whistleblowers from the cabal itself is that they have to work within some...
No, wait.
One of the...
This is that same guy now. He didn't do that clip. Somebody else added that clip.
Things that I learned from whistleblowers from the cabal itself is that they have to work within something they call the rules. And this is very, very important.
You see that circle right there? This is Eric Trump's hand. Well, watch what he showed.
The rules are a body of spiritual principles that they must follow in order to be allowed to exist. Now, what do I mean by allowed to?
You see his hands? Now, that's that same symbol that Jay-Z be doing. Now, watch what his wife does. I don't know how she saw it, but she's behind him. Unless somebody signaled and told her he's doing something with his hand. Just watch this. I want you to watch this closely because this is very bizarre. I didn't catch on to it at first.
Exist. Now, what do I mean by allowed to exist? I mean that they are aware that there are benevolent forces that will prevent them from achieving their goals.
You see that? She told him to put his hand down like he's a little kid or something. That's weird as hell. I'm gonna let you watch it again. Now, first of all, she's looking at somebody. Somebody's telling her to tell him something because this is her husband. This is Lord Trump. So he put his hand up like this. This is a grown freaking man. She treated this how you do. You like a 2-year-old. Put your hand down. Stop that. She telling him to put his hand down, but she couldn't see it because she's behind him. That means somebody over here had to tell him to stop doing it.
There are benevolent forces that will prevent them from achieving their goals unless we...
Man, that's weird as hell. I don't care what nobody says.
Give them permission.
Why would she tell her husband to put his hand down like he's 3?
To enslave us. Ultimately, the universe is intelligent, alive, and conscious.
This is the same guy who I think he believed in UFOs, but he was doing the research of UFOs. He said he's not suicidal, kind of like Jesse Smollett said, I'm not suicidal. And then they say he committed suicide, like Epstein.
And it is benevolent. It is a benevolent consciousness.
Now, I don't believe that.
That consciousness does not allow the negative to succeed unless it is invited. So the cabal has made a...
You stop the cabal. Satan is running this fella. All these people work for the devil.
Science, a very elaborate science, out of studying these arcane, occult, magical principles that allow them to get away with what they do. So they have to put out everything that tells you who they are in music videos, in these Super Bowl halftime shows, the Grammy Awards ceremonies. They're out there showing you...
That's that same symbol that Eric Trump was doing right there.
...the truth. This is what people are going to have so much trouble with once...
Now, I don't know what it means, but it showed us suspicious. And I'll be paying attention to that. Now, this guy seems to think that they're aliens. Now, I'm going to show you a clip. Now, some people say it's a fake clip, but I'm going to show it to you. You tell me what you think. I saw him do a funny thing with the camera right here before, so it could have been some computer generated, like from a movie or something. I don't know. You're gonna have to let me see. If it's an alien here, I want to see you. I need to talk to the alien because I ain't scared of aliens. I want to talk to the alien if you're there. Let me talk to you. Yeah, I saw that and somebody saying, see there, we got an alien. I'm not saying it's real. I just thought I'd show it to you. You make your own damn decisions up. Like to bring it to your attention. Let me see here. I had this, what did I do with that clip? This is Javier. I think he's pronounced his name. Javier. I think that's how you pronounce it. I could be butchering because I will butcher your name in a minute. The president of Argentina, and it's been translated over in English so you can hear it good.
Efficiency and justice are two sides of the same coin. That is to say, you cannot expect, let's say, for something to be efficient and unjust.
That is a very good point there. Let me rewind that.
Efficiency and justice are two sides of the same coin.
Efficiency and justice. The reason the government doesn't run efficient because there's no justice in the damn government. The government is completely corrupt. They try to do things slow. They try to do things confusing. That's why the IRS, their whole codes are confusing. Every time the government write a big bill, they make it confusing because they don't want it to be efficient. The reason they keep certain programs around is so they can rip you off and cheat on you.
That is to say, you cannot expect, let's say, for something to be efficient and unjust. It cannot be when, something is it is inexorably going to be efficient. And that's not just a minor point.
You damn right it ain't. This dude said a mouthful right here.
In other words, what it does is set aside moral relativism. That is.
Woo! Please, let me rewind that. Sets aside moral relativism. In other words, there's no such thing as absolute. It's what he's saying. Anytime you have a society telling you that there's no such thing as absolute, run. Run, Forrest. Run to the hills from whence cometh your help. Because anytime you tell me there's just no such thing as absolute, complete chaos takes over. If there's no absolute, I could just take a gun, boom, and just shoot you. What are you talking about? Murder? That's not murder. That's how I say hello. I blow your brains out. It's got to be a such thing as absolute. The whole premise, the whole mindset of the demons, the devil, this is what the devil tell people. That's one of the most damn demonic doctrines I've ever heard. There's no such thing as absolute. Whenever somebody say that, I distance myself from them. They're dangerous as hell. Of course it is. Because if it wouldn't, you would never call the cops when you get robbed. Hell is you talking about? Somebody runs into your car and wrecks it and takes off. What are you calling the cop for? That's his truth. It's amazing how people. I told a guy his dad was the owner of a company. That was it. And I told him, I said, the only way that relativism bull crap works is when you're at the universities, because them dumb professors got y'all eating out their hands. I said, ask the professor, do he like to get robbed in? Since there's no such thing as absolute. That works only, it don't work in the real world. No, not in the real world. See, the real world, there's a such thing as right and wrong. And as soon as somebody says, why is the activist groups, if they don't believe in there's no such thing as absolute, why are they advocating about racism or women's rights? What difference does it make? There's no such thing as absolute. Why are you talking about equal rights? These people are so stupid. Your whole argument is so damn stupid. Here they are talking about no such thing as absolute at the same time telling you about how much some people have been. This is the Native Americans' land. So what? There's no such thing as absolute. So what if we took their land? Hell is you talking about? Why even argue about affirmative action or women's rights or anything else if there's no such thing as absolute? If there's no such thing as God, everything is permissible. Everything. I always like to tell people that as soon as they tell me there's no such thing as absolute, give me your damn address then. Because me and about a couple of fellas are going to come on, they're going to pistol whip your whole family. That's how I feel. I think you need to get pistol whipped. I'm going to bring the baseball bat, Louisville Slugger too. I'm going to break every bone in your damn body. But there's no such thing as absolute. So my truth is, I want to put some harm on you. I want to hurt you real bad. That's my truth. Now I'm going to see how much you believe in absolutes then. Freaking fraud. I can't stand when people say that stupid stuff. Irritates me to no end. There's no such thing as absolute. Bam! Why'd you hit me upside my head? Because I felt like it. That was my truth. My truth is you need to get busted upside your damn head. Matter of fact, they need to let the guy in jail who bust Paul Pelosi in the head. That was his truth. His truth that Paul Pelosi need to get busted upside his head with a damn hammer. I don't understand why he's in jail. Let him out. The only time they say they no such thing as absolute, they come with this hogwash BS. You just can't understand how much that irritates me when I hear people thinking they're intellectual. You're not intellectual. I don't care how many big words you use. You can use a $75 word. Use a moron. Tell me there's no such thing as absolute. Tell me that something created nothing. Something exploded into existence. And you say it takes a lot of faith to believe what I believe? Man, that stretches the mind past anything I could ever comprehend. See, the reason they can get away with stealing your money and everything else, because they try to say there's no such thing as absolute, but then they say you pay your fair share. Why you ask me to pay my fair share if there's no such thing as absolute? I'm paying my fair share. Matter of fact, you owe me. I don't believe in absolute. So what? So what?
It does is set aside moral relativism. That is to say, there are things that are right and there are things that are wrong, and there is no room for debate. With certain specific cultures, we are not going to be able to coexist, because if we respect the right to life, we simply cannot coexist with those who want to kill us.
Clever just told my hands is ashy here. Let me put my lotion on. I'm gonna put me some of this. My baby be looking out for me. She said, baby, your hands is kind of. Well, I just got through pistol whipping somebody, but that's why my hands look like that. Is that better? I usually oil them down. I forgot to oil them down. I wash them real good, and then they get real dry sometimes. My baby be looking out for me though. Yeah, I'm better now. Look at that, baby. Got you.
Efficiency and justice are two sides of the same coin. That is to say, you cannot expect, let's say, for something to be efficient and unjust. It cannot be when, something is it is inexorably going to be efficient. And that's not just a minor point. In other words, what it does is set aside moral relativism. That is to say, there are things that are right and there are things that are wrong, and there is no room for debate. With certain specific cultures, we are not going to be able to coexist, because if we respect the right to life, we simply cannot coexist with those who want to kill us.
Did you hear what he says? We cannot coexist with those who want to kill us. I don't understand why this is such a hard concept. Once you establish that you want me dead, we don't have no more negotiation. I don't want to negotiate with them more. See, that's why I'm a little pissed off at the whole negotiation process going on in Iran. I think you should have went over and just wiped them out in the first place. I know that sounds like, let's say no new wars. When somebody's going to threaten to blow you up, you got to go ahead and take care of it. You can't be like some of these passive one thing you can let everything pass. For 47 years, y'all said they needed to stop them. They stopped them. The reason you don't want to, it's two reasons that President Trump is keep hesitating. Because if he go in, he might have to stay out to the midterm election. Everybody gonna get pissed off about that prices, and they're gonna lose the midterm election. This is about the midterm election, really. That's why he's been hesitant. That's why he should stop making deadlines. Because if you keep making a deadline and you don't cross that line, you keep making a deadline. It makes you look weak. Remember that old saying that says, don't pull your pistol out unless you plan on using it. All that warning shots, don't pull it out unless you plan on using it. Just leave it in there. Don't go to war unless you plan on destroying your enemy. If you're not planning on destroying your enemy, I really think it's an uphill battle. You're making yourself, and the second thing is that I don't know. I think they're struggling to see who's in charge in Iran, because I think it's some people who's not in the military that's trying to overturn the military, but the military has the weapons. Maybe we should just go drop some weapons over there to the civilian population, let them have it, let them fight it out. Just drop a bunch of weapons and leave. Let them kill each other. Because I don't think this is working out so well. Now, it may end up working out. I don't know. I just know this is from history. A commander, a general, whatever, it's not good to keep threatening somebody and stopping and starting and stopping and starting. It doesn't look good. I don't care if it ends up good. It just doesn't look good to keep making a threat that you're going to blow some up or you're going to do this. And you done did it like 4 times now. I don't like to keep telling you you're going to do something. When you, like if when we grew up, if my mom said, my dad said, when we get home, you're going to get a whooping. You got that whooping. You got to cash the check when you get home, because you're going to get that behind toe up. When they promise they're going to give it to you, they give it to you. When you promise somebody you're going to take care of them, you need to take care of that. Don't keep going back. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. You got to make your mind up. Talk all your negotiation and tell them this is the last negotiation. Either give it to me right, or you in charge. Because if you're not in charge, let me talk to the people who's in charge, who can make decisions. Because if you're not in charge, I don't want to talk to you, but this is the last negotiation we're going to have. Once we leave this town, we're not coming back. Don't threaten you're going to annihilate them. I don't care how bad some of these damn frauds do online. They're going to get mad. Haters going to hate. Whatever. Now, what I want to know is that I'm glad the DOJ and Cash Patel has brought these charges up on this, but I got a question, though. I do got questions. See, I'm not gonna get all Google guy happy whenever they do one thing because it's long overdue. By now, it should have been some people locked up already. But here's the question I have: if all that fraud went on in California, 450 hospices, and one lady, I'm gonna see, did I say that one? She said it was running out. They said they reported that the hospice was being ran out of a burrito shack. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Let me see. Did I say the one with that lady? Let's see if I saved it. It was a lady, and she was talking about it being ran out of a burrito stand. If not, I'm about to go get it. Be damn. No, why didn't I thought I saved it? Okay, I can find it right quick. Let me go. I got it off Twitter. Let me see if I can find it right quick. It should be easy to find because what she said, fraud. Let's see if she comes up. Oh, that's what's the name? That's him. Oh, that's him. Oh, where's that lady at? Oh, that's not the one. It was a lady. Dang it, where did she go? Oh man, they got everybody else on there but that lady. I was looking for it on Twitter right quick. Okay, I'm gonna take y'all over there with me so y'all can look with me. It was a lady on there, and she was talking about that the identity they showed it that was to a taco stand, but they were getting funding from the taxpayers. So absurd. But nobody went to jail. They just closed it down. So they got a chance to keep the money. I don't know why anybody thinks this is a good idea.
Really, what California is or is not doing about hospice fraud, but the other you refer to, ghost hospices or home health care agencies, which bill taxpayers for services never provided to patients that don't exist.
This is what the building looks like that supposedly houses 197 different hospice and healthcare companies.
That's California lawmaker Ali Macedo investigating suspected hospice fraud in L.A.
I did not see a single.
There's more hospice just in L.A., not California, just in L.A. than all the country. So who's the governor down there again? How do they get away with this kind of fraud?
Single person coming in or out of the building.
Neither did we in January.
Lots of offices, but no people.
3 floors, no employees or patients. Yet look at the dozens of providers licensed at this one address. 5 years ago, state auditors flagged this location for potential fraud. They say they found non-working phones.
Who's cashing the damn checks? They try to make this so damn difficult. Go get the ones who cash the damn check and lock them up. Because if you give them the money, they cash the check. You got a bank account. There's going to be some pictures of them setting up the bank account. It's not difficult.
Phones, locked doors, and stolen Medicare numbers.
In LA County, California, 89 hospice companies are registered to a single address.
Republican lawmakers on Capitol Hill say California's weak oversight helped perpetuate fraud, a charge Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom denies.
We've been very aggressive as it relates to going after the fraud and abuse.
He also says hospice fraud involving Medicare falls under federal jurisdiction. Well, that's misleading. State law says California is responsible for licensing, inspecting, and investigating hospice complaints.
Now, wait a minute. I just found that lady. Here it is. She talking about they had a taco stand saying it was a hospice. And nobody went to jail. They just closed it down. Nobody went to jail.
You'd be amazed at how many hospices the door you can walk up to in California, and there is nobody there. There is 5 months worth of mail that you can see stacked up from CMS, and Nobody's there. And that passed a survey. How did that happen? How do you put a hospice in a burrito stand in California? How do you put a hospice in a tire store in California? That all had to be vetted through licensure and through certification and accreditation. You'd be amazed at how many hospices the door you can walk up to in California and there is nobody there. There is 5 months worth of mail that you can see stacked up from CMS and nobody's there. And that passed a survey. How did that happen? How do you put a hospice in a burrito stand in California? How do you put a hospice in a tire store in California? That all had to be vetted through licensure and through certification and accreditation. You'd be amazed at how many hospices the door you can walk up to in California and there is nobody there. There is 5 months worth of mail that you can see stacked up from CMS. And
now you know what she's trying to say here. Just think about this. Somebody had to go out, because whenever you're going to give funding, somebody has to go out and inspect the building. So somebody went over and inspect the building, saw all the mail there, saw nobody being there, and they still gave them the funding because the person who went and inspected is an inside job. So whoever the inspection is need to be arrested. Matter of fact, you can put them in front of the firing squad for all I care. All this damn fraud going on. Our problem is not that we don't bring in enough money. Our problem is that we got a bunch of corrupt politicians who's milking us dry, stealing from us, stealing us blind. That's the problem. Scott Karachi just hit us up on our PayPal. Appreciate you, Scott. But here it is.
nobody's there. And that passed a survey. How did that happen? How do you put a hospice in a burrito stand in California? How do you put a hospice in a tire store?
It's not in there. It's complete fraud. Now, the question I still ask, I'm glad y'all, you guys exposed this, but my question is, when is someone going to go to jail? That's all I want to know. When's somebody finna go to jail? I don't think nobody's going to jail. I really don't. I don't think they're capable of doing the right thing, because I think just about all of them are corrupt. And that's why they won't do anything to the other ones. That's why they cover for the ones who's with these sexual allegations, because they were dirty. It's just Eric Swalwell was so arrogant that even though he was dirty, he was running around like he wasn't dirty, because he got away with banging Fang Fang and the FBI covered that up. My personal opinion is all the people who was the FBI director when Eric Swalwell was banging Fang Fang and they protected and sent the Chinese spy home, because the Chinese spy should have been arrested. They should have made her talk. But they let her go because their whole intention was not to try to catch Eric. So they was framing him then, blackmailing him, I mean. Blackmailing him to do whatever they wanted him to do. That's what they do. They like to get dirt on you, so when they tell you to do something, you do it. Every time you look around, another fraud case is going on. All the Minnesota fraud. Look, they keep saying we need more money. No, we need to stop the fraud. If we stop the fraud, we'll have surplus. If we stop the fraud in about 10 years, that debt will be almost down. We can stop them from ripping off and stop these ridiculous programs that don't even work. Now, I got a new Tucker Carlson and a new Gavin Newsom. I want you to see it, because see if I got it. Did I still get it? Okay, let me see if I can show y'all Gavin or Tucker first. Okay, I'm gonna show y'all Tucker first. Here's Tucker. Ain't Tucker so cute in his little dress with his little He got his little Arab hat on. Look at him, just a strutting. Oh, look at Tucker, strut Tucker in your tutu. Don't mess with my tutu. Don't mess with my tutu. Look at Tucker working Tucker, working for them Qatar men. Them Qatar men have Tucker dressed like this. Yep. Get it, Tucker. Get it, Tucker. He's strutting that thing, boy. That's what Qatar do. That Qatar done put this boy in a dress. Him and his little sissified brother. To my like they apologize for something. Get your punk ass off here with that. Apologizing. Ridiculous. Here's Galvin too. He got the same outfit as Tucker. Go Galvin. Go Galvin. Go Galvin. Go. Go Galvin. Go Galvin. Go. Oh my God. This dude who be doing these things, what's his name? DFF. That dude is out of control, man. He's out of control. Get it, Galvin. He walking a little faster now. Oh my God. That's funny as hell to me. Yeah, might well put a dress on Tucker, his weak self. Clown show. Clown show. I want to apologize for influencing people to vote for him. What? What'd you say? You gotta be kidding me. I want to apologize like you got so much influence. Boy, shut up. See, I wish we had more people like this. I wish I could have had that video. I had another video of the honey badger, and I wish I'd have saved it, man. Damn, I wish I'd have saved it. But this is not a honey badger. This is some kind of cow. The lions were trying to get the cow. See, this mom came and rescued her. She said, "You're not finna eat. You're not finna eat my baby." They said, "We got you." I said, "No, you don't. You better move. You better get out of here." That lion said, "We're gonna get you, because I bet you won't." He waiting for backup to come. Girl, you better run. He said, "No, I got you." He said, "You better get off of him. You better get off of him. I'll hook you. Watch backup gonna come." He said, "I'm gonna hold you off till backup come. Hold on. Dum dum. I'm coming. Hold on. I'm coming." Boom. That's a mama right there, boy. Mama said, "I ain't finna touch my girl." Here we come, got the backup coming now. Now what y'all want to do? Huh? What y'all want to do now? Best believe you. He said, "Y'all don't want none of this. We got backup now." That's a ride or die kind of mama right there. Now I saw this I'm gonna tell you, man, honey badgers, there ain't nobody like a honey badger. Nothing. Because honey badgers have so much kahunas, so to speak, that they're stupid. They're actually too damn brave. Honey badgers are too brave. I saw a honey badger. This one right here finally got killed, but it took like 7 hyenas to kill him. Honey badger saw these hyenas over here. He went into the den and grabbed one of their babies and brought him out. I said, "This damn thing is crazy," and took off running. They caught him. It took him a while, but they finally got him. They finally killed him. They had to fight him for like 30 minutes. This honey badger was fighting freaking 7 laughing hyenas for like 10 minutes, or at least 15 minutes. I said, "Damn." But this other one, this was the funny one. The honey badger, there was an alligator sitting on the bank, sitting at the dock of the bay. And the alligator was watching his eggs right here. The honey badger said, "Them eggs sure look good. I'm gonna get me one of them eggs." Honey badger walks up. The alligator said, "You don't want to come here, fella. You don't want to come here." And the honey badger started doing. Alligator was snapping at him. Honey badger was going from eggs. He didn't care about dying. Alligator caught the honey badger, but his skin has got this certain protecting. The alligator couldn't squash him to death, but he was trying. Some kind of way, the honey badger flips out into the water, gets out, still going for the egg, ducked him out. He did some kind of move on him, shake and bake. Honey badger grabbed one of those eggs and took off. I said, that damn animal is too damn stupid. He's too damn bold. Like you see him stick his head in that beehive, the bees just be stinging him. He just said, "Whatever, I'm gonna eat. You can kill me." In one scene, the honey badger, I love to watch the honey badger because it ain't nobody like the honey badger. He has such boldness that he's stupid. Because you got to know when to leave sometimes. You can't keep doing stuff like that. He don't even know when to bail out. I said, man, this damn thing is stupid. Somebody tell me William Ball was the honey badger. Child, please. Child, please. Honey badgers, they're smart animals too, but they're awfully stupid. And when I say stupid, not stupid because they're not smart, stupid because they'll let you kill them before they run away. I mean, you got to flee sometimes so you can live to fight another day. They said, nope, we dying today. Now, I want to hear what Tim says. I forgot his name. Tim, I forgot that congressman's name. Tim, whatever his name.
Trump, as you know, is vowing to release more than 45 videos and UFO files. And you have said, quote, you would be.
First of all, why they got to tell us what they're going to do? If the president wants to release, don't tell us a damn thing. After you release them, say, I just released them. See, I don't like all this grandstanding talking about you finna. Now I'm about to, I'm finna do it. I'm finna do it. Don't finna do nothing. Finna just release them. Don't tell me what you finna do. It means you just bluffing. You're trying to,
up all night if the things that I've seen are released. What are you talking about?
Well, again, I'm in a skiff when I view these things, or we're not allowed to talk about it. But I think America deserves to know. There's we've had testimony. You've seen 11 people have either died or disappeared that have been close to this issue, whether that's a coincidence or not.
Ain't it 12 now? Because the one who just died, ain't that 12 that then died?
I mean, if there was 11 members of the media like yourself disappeared, we have 11 barbers or 11 rabbis, I don't care. I think America would demand some answers. And for some reason, this is people are kind of hands off with this thing. But I think that.
If you don't think this is suspicious, that nuclear scientists, those involved with the UFO files, it's not a conspiracy. Somebody done something to hide something. It ain't a conspiracy to me. When you got 11 high-ranking scientists involved with the nuclear program, involved with UFOs, it's not a conspiracy. It's a fact that the government or somebody don't want them talking is killing them. Hell is you talking about? It's not a conspiracy. We got the proof. 11 smart people they don't just leave without taking their phones or anything. I mean, how stupid is this? Did the Martians take them? I mean, the aliens kidnap them or something? I don't like this. We pretending like this is there's some suspicion. It ain't suspicious, it's a fact. 11 scientists are either dead or missing. It's not a conspiracy theory. It's a factual statement. In no way is a coincidence that 11 freaking nuclear scientists and those involved with the UFO came up dead. I don't care if this is the Trump administration. If you don't think it's something suspicious about that, come on. You must have parked your brain outside or something. This is absurd. I don't know when we got to the point that we as a society where we just don't believe in facts anymore. We don't believe in common sense and logic anymore. Common sense ain't so common no more.
I'll just say this. It's not about little green men or flying saucers. It's about what we're spending tens of millions, possibly billions of your dollars on. And we deserve transparency.
You mentioned the 11 scientists and high-ranking people with national security clearance that have all disappeared. You said that intelligence.
If for no other reason, they could have defected to China or Russia somewhere. Don't we know where they at? If they left the country, they don't have no record of them leaving the country. The way that everybody's nonchalant about this like it's no damn big deal is absurd to me. Matter of fact, instead of all this other stuff that we're wasting time doing, somebody needs to be on it ASAP. 11 nuclear scientists, those involved with UFOs, is either dead or missing. And nobody's really covering. They're just generally talking about it. But when Nancy Goodrum came up missing, they had more effort to find her than these damn 11 damn scientists. You don't think that's a little strange? I know she want to find her mama. I'm not saying she shouldn't find her mother, but I'm saying, to me, 11 nuclear scientists with clearance, with national clearance authority, those involved with nuclear programs, it to me is more important. So we're gonna spend all this time looking for Nancy Goodrum. Why they not talking about her no more? How was she again? Like 80 something? I'm just saying, if we're gonna look for her that hard, these 11 scientists who, that could be a national security risk right there.
Agencies are thwarting your investigation into them. What do you mean by that?
Well, we're just not getting any answers. Everybody says there's nothing to see here. And then
see that? Whenever somebody tell me there's a such thing as checks and balances, I started laughing. There's never been a such thing as checks and balances. Don't fool yourself. Never has there been a such thing as checks and balances. It's just more, people are just more corrupt now. That's why it looks more, the system looks more corrupt now. But there's never been a such thing as checks and balances. If there was checks and balances, most of them be locked up right now. There ain't no checks and balances. But everybody wants to believe that, oh, we're going to get to the bottom. He says they're not answering any of his questions. Of course not, because you don't have any authority. If you can't go in there and arrest people for not cooperating, you're wasting your time because they don't have to cooperate. Why would they cooperate if they with them? Because they're going to indict themselves, but if they don't cooperate, nothing's going to happen.
I mean, how do you explain that? I mean, people leaving their house without any identification. One person took their pistol in their holster, but no identification, and you don't find these people. You can't. It's difficult to go down a street in Knoxville, Tennessee, without some camera getting your picture.
That's a good point. I've been saying this. Whenever somebody comes missing, there's too many cameras everywhere.
Or somehow to somebody's front porch or something, and yet these people are disappearing, and they all have a tie-in in this. I won't say this industry, but in this research. And I think it's time that, and I'm glad the president is taking it serious.
Yeah.
And I hope that he comes forth with this stuff and just lets America know, because you have one group in these alphabet agencies telling you something exists, and then you have somebody else in the same agency to say that they don't.
Cover up. So all I got to say is a cover up. All right, I got to get out of here, people, tonight. I got a long day. So be safe out there. Stay strong. Don't let them trick you. Always be a lover of the truth.